That's right. Welcome and welcome back, folks. A lot's going on here on my last day before heading to Florida. I don't know how much more Notre Dame news I could take. Honestly, this is outrageous. So, welcome in, everybody. Wasn't expecting to do this. Something very unexpected has happened. Before we get into it, hit subscribe if you haven't yet on YouTube. You don't want to miss any of this stuff. This is too rich. Hit subscribe, thumbs up, notifications on so you don't miss anything. Twitter, search bar Always Irish or at Always Irish Inc. Emails always irishnd@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you can get. You want me, you can get me. Call in 312-988-15. Tell Johnny all you've heard and seen, including what's coming up in 1 second. Fighting Irish Wire, make sure you go there every day for Notre Dame information. So, we all wanted answers from Swarbrick. We've been asking the call-in show, everything. I said, where are you at with the retort? Where are you at trying to cover yourself? Say that it doesn't look, it's not as bad as it looks. So we got a response from Captain Jack Swarbrick today, and I can't wait to get into it. So I'm going to try and share this screen and explain where I first got this. I want to give due credit and obviously do that. And get into that, what the email says directly from Jack himself, and then we're going to react to it. So let's see if I can do this. All right. So this came from Eric Hansen, long-time Notre Dame guy. If you follow Notre Dame at all for a while, you know who he is. Eric Hansen, InsideNDSports.com. Now, Eric started this by prefacing it by saying that Jack was getting flooded and inundated with angry emails and voicemails and everything else. So he decided to put out a statement. You know what I say to that? Good for us. Good for all those donors, all those fans, anybody who reached out, and good for them, man. Make your voice heard whether it matters or not. So this is a response to everybody reaching out and bombarding Jack wanting answers what happened here. Thank you for your email. To paraphrase the character Terrence Mann, played by James Earl Jones in one of my favorite movies, Field of Dreams. All right now, nobody's in the mood for this. Ain't nobody in the mood in this fan base to be dreaming about Field of Dreams and having a catch with your dad, Jack. I see what you're trying to do, and I already don't like it. Anyways, one of my favorite movies, Field of Dreams. We admire your passion, ... misdirected though it might be. Bam! Condensation USA. Let's go, baby. It is. I can't even handle it. Misdirected though it might be, it is still a passion. And your passion and that of other fans is one of Notre Dame's most valuable resources. In this case, the passion is, however, misdirected because it springs from a fundamental misunderstanding. During our discussion with the candidate for our offensive coordinator position, a national reporter accurately noted that the candidate's buyout in his current contract was an obstacle. Without seeking any clarification from us, some of the individuals who comment on Notre Dame football concluded that meant that Notre Dame was unwilling to pay the buyout. This is my fault. Now, Jack, this is my fault. Let me make sure I got that right. Without seeking any clarification from us, some of the individuals who comment on Notre Dame football concluded that meant that Notre Dame was unwilling to pay the buyout. Let me ask you this, Jack. Do you think if I would have reached out to you to get clarification, you would have got back to me so I could give our fans the updated information? If I sent you an email or a call, would you get back to me so I could clarify it for all of our fans who just want us to win? I don't think you'd be willing to provide that clarification, buddy. All right. So next, he's blaming me for this. In bold print, that is not and never was the case. As a policy matter, we do not discuss the details of personal matters, but given the extraordinary reaction by you and others in this instance, I am comfortable sharing that while prior to this week, our discussions with candidates never reached the point to where we extended a formal offer, we communicated clearly in each and every instance that any offer made would include the funding of their buyout in the current institution. To the extent the buyout was an obstacle in the case of one candidate, that was true for a brief period of time only because of conflicting information. We got to scroll. Let's see. That was true for a brief period of time only because of conflicting information that had been provided to us regarding the amount and the mechanics of the buyout. However, it was an obstacle we knew we could quickly resolve. Jeezy Pete, what a freaking mess. What is going on? Notre Dame will never apologize for being a good steward of the resources provided to us by our fans and partners. Our focus is not matching the expenditures made by our competitors. It's making investments calculated to advance us towards our goals of 1, promoting the University of Notre Dame. Well, obviously, duh. Everything you do is promoting the university. 2, providing an unrivaled educational experience for our student athletes. Yeah, obviously, buddy, duh. 3, winning a national championship in football. The first 2 are obvious. Number 3, it is not obvious to us that that is a goal of yours because your actions do not show that that is a goal of yours. In areas 1 and 2, sure. 3, no, absolutely not. That is why for the past decade, our investment in the coach educators who compromise our assistant coaching staff in football have always placed us among the top 10 nationally. And that will continue to be the case as we support Coach Freeman in his hiring of a staff that meets the exacting criteria articulated for me when this hiring cycle began. That's interesting verbiage. Finally, given your strong interest in Notre Dame, having the resources it needs to compete effectively with the most successful athletic programs in the country, I encourage you to become a member of Notre Dame Rockne Athletic Fund. Here's the link to donate. He's got the link to donate. Unbelievable. Through this giving society, our fans, family, and alumni provide the resources that are critical for our ability to meet our commitments and provide student athletes with the best environment. That is almost unbelievable. All right. Let's let this soak in. First off, trying to soften us up with the Field of Dreams, not going to work. Nobody's in the mood. Then coming up with the we're glad you have passion, but you're dumb angle with the condescension right away. I get it. But here's a couple of questions. Let's take everything I just read and analyze it. Let's look at this. Here's question number 1. Why is this message coming so late? Why did you wait for everything to burn down to start to try to put out the fire? Like, it's too late. The house is in ashes and now the fire truck's pulling up. So if you felt this strongly about all this, why did you wait multiple days and let the entire house burn down to the foundation before you grabbed a hose? That's a mistake, a PR mistake. Here's number 2. There's verbiage in here about some actual confusion about those numbers and all that for a period of time. I want to know why. I want to know how that happened. There's rumors of why it happened from the Notre Dame side, blaming one person for it. I want to know what happened. You can't have that happen. He's stating all this stuff like it makes Notre Dame free and clear here. No, multiple mistakes were still made. He's talking on his high horse like he's got all the answers and this clears Notre Dame. No, not so fast. Ultimate, not so fast, my friend. Number 1, why so late? Too late. Number 2, there shouldn't have been any number confusion. And if there was, you most definitely do not go forward with a public PR stunt at the hockey game with all the cameras on these guys the whole night. So you see what I'm getting at here? Jack's putting this out like it frees him up from all culpability. It does not. Multiple mistakes are made here. Why the PR stunt then? If you didn't know for sure, that's another misstep. Here's another question. Why isn't the guy hired? Like, you didn't answer that. There's nowhere in that statement did you address why the guy didn't get hired. It doesn't even really say we ended up, it wasn't a good fit, or he wanted to go back there. If you're going this far, the next step is, well, if you were willing to pay it and all that, why isn't he here? And if he didn't want to be here, put that in the statement, and then it doubles you up on the money part, and then he didn't want to be here or whatever. We're having a different discussion. But you waiting forever to do this, it's too late to change the perception. Now it looks like you're just digging because you have to. It's too late. But I got to tell you, man, what really sums this all up for me is knowing that we're all complaining about money and resources, saying you like our passion, and putting a link there for us to donate. This is what I mean when I say these people in the Notre Dame ivory towers are completely disconnected from the regular run-of-the-mill Notre Dame fan. In this exact moment is not the time to nickel and dime us some more. It's so on brand when people like me say these guys don't get it. They don't see the way this looks to everybody. They don't see you get nickel and dime for everything. We're mad about resources, and this guy's telling us it's our fault. And that if we don't, that's how this comes off. If we donate more, this wouldn't be an issue at all. So he clearly doesn't get it. By putting the link to donate, it's an insult. He doesn't get it. He doesn't want to get it. He thinks he's smarter than everybody. He thinks that we're all the dumb ones. He's the only one who knows what's going on. That's what he's acting like. He feels good that he sent this email. Like, look at this. I proved them all wrong. No, dude, there's 5 mistakes you guys made that are huge. Even if what you said is true, there's 5 mistakes you made. Why so late? Why the contract confusion? Why the PR stunt? Why isn't he hired? And what's with the donations? Are you trolling us? You know what? I'm almost honored that he mentioned people that comment about Notre Dame football took this and ran with it. If that's what it takes to get answers around here to tough questions, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it. We all want to support this whole operation, but nope. I don't think I'm hitting that donate tab today, Jack. What do you guys think? Let me know.